Let's see if this works. Rebellion. Awesome. Here we go. Hey everyone, welcome to the channel or welcome back. Either way, it's great to have you here. So this is an awesome collectible and we're gonna get into that in just a moment, but you can definitely expect more collectibles on the channel in the near future. So if you haven't done so already, please make sure you do hit that subscribe button, even hit that notification bell. Also stay tuned on Instagram and Facebook at C.H.I.P Lifestyle, because there is gonna be content in relation to this, as well as deals, promotions, and other cool things like that. But with that out of the way, let's talk about this awesome collectible in my hand. So based off the title, the thumbnail of this video, you already have an idea of what this collectible is about. This is an awesome collectible of Newt Scamander. If you're not too familiar, Newt Scamander is an awesome character in the whole Harry Potter universe. He's a magic zoologist and he's probably some people's favorite Hufflepuff. To me personally, he's actually my favorite character in the whole Harry Potter universe. No lie, I've actually been sorted to Gryffindor. However, because of Newt, I actually low-key kind of want to be a Hufflepuff. So this figure is actually based on the movies Fantastic Beasts. More specifically, this is for the second movie, The Crimes of Grindelwald. That's the second movie in the Fantastic Beasts film series. And in the films, Newt Scamander is actually played by the very talented Eddie Redmayne. And if you are familiar with the blog and the channel, you probably have seen Harry Potter content before. Well, this shirt is the same shirt that I wore when I met Dan Fogler, who plays Jacob Kowalski in the film. And I really do enjoy the Fantastic Beasts films. I actually went to a special Toronto premiere for the second movie, The Crimes of Grindelwald. It was like a 2 weeks earlier premiere, and that was really awesome to see. And I actually did cover that on the blog, our other Harry Potter content, including the Warner Brothers studio tour. And of course, I'm going to leave the links in the description. That way you can check it out after you watch this video. But I'll be honest with you, the main reason why I'm even into the Harry Potter films and the universe is because of my sister. She is the true Potterhead. That was her wand in the intro. So because of her, I enjoy the Harry Potter films, but I really found an interest in the Fantastic Beasts films. And I think that's in large part of Newt Scamander. I really enjoy the character. I like kind of like how caring he is, but also how different he is as well. I think he's a complex character, but you can't help but root for him. And it's interesting because this is not my first new collectible. I definitely want to add this to the collection, but this jacket over here is actually my first new collectible, and it's actually his jacket over here, and it looks amazing. You can wear it like whenever in the colder months, right? But this is actually his jacket. You've seen him wear it in the movies as well. So I'll definitely leave more details about that in the blog post, but let's get into the specifics about this collectible. In order to understand why this collectible is so special, we need to talk about the company who produced this, Medicom Toy. They're a brand based out of Japan that make designer toys and collectibles since 1996, founded by Tatsushiko Ryu Akashi. They've made a name for themselves because these toys are not something that you play with, it's more kind of like collections of art. So what you probably have seen from them, maybe not realize that's from them, is the bear bricks. Bear bricks are really popular. There are designer bear toys, often in collaboration with brands and artists, right? And they come in different sizes, but for the most part, they are pretty expensive and pretty sought after. You can get one like this, right? Which is pretty small, right? But this is actually from a blind box, which is 10 bucks Canadian. However, in 2013, Medicom Toy launched a new product line of high quality action figures. These are limited 1/10 scale, very detailed, and it comes with the different options as well to customize, but this is why it's priced higher than most collectible figurines. Fortunately, I was able to get this at a great deal at around $60 Canadian, which is honestly a steal. I will certainly be leaving a link in the description for you to purchase. In the blog post review, I will be providing more details and tips to help you with your Amazon shopping experience. Alright, so that's enough about the history. Let's get into this unboxing. Alright, so it's time to unbox. Gotta be careful. Before I put this box away, I do want to mention this cool Phoenix print that's in here. This is really cool because this is the same print that's in Newt's jacket, which you can see over here. So this is for the stand, just to keep everything together. Alright, so I'm gonna take out the first layer, right? And I do like how it's secured packaged, right? So as you can see here, a lot of cool details, right? And like I said, right, I want to be careful because already the wand fell off. The wand looks a bit disappointing, but everything else really looks cool, right? You also have, you know, Picket, right? This is awesome, right? It's always on Newt, right? And you also have Niffler, right? You gotta be careful with them, right? But I just really like the fact that you can customize like his emotions, the way he has the hands, right? And just even his outfit as a whole. So this is what I'm talking about in terms of Medicom toy and the Mafex line, right? There's a lot of detail that goes along, right? And it really depends on how you really want to display it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it out and figure out how I'm going to customize it. So as you can see here, this looks phenomenal, right? This really does look like Eddie Raymond. This does look like Newt Scamander, right? And like there's so much like kind of cool customs, like even the way he's walking, right? His hands, right? It's really awesome to see, right? And this is like the thing I'm talking about in terms of the detail and the quality that Medicom toy invests in the Mafex line. So here are the briefcases, right? You have different options. You have the closed one. You can be mysterious, imagine what kind of creatures are in Newt's briefcase currently, or you can have something like this and maybe even have Niffler come out, right? So it's just interesting because while you're unboxing this, you have an idea of how you want to picture it and how you want to present it. So in my hands are Newt's hands, which is super weird to say, but it is what it is, right? And this is what I mean when in terms of customizing, right? And for me, like, I think it's just cool because they take into consideration on how he wants to hold the wand, if he wants, or the briefcase, right? Whatever you choose. And of course, I think I'm gonna have at least one hand, right, to include Picket, because that's just one of the cool things about Newt. Speaking of the wand, here it is. It's a bit disappointing in my opinion, right? But yet again, it does kind of look like a wand, right? So I'm not too mad at it, right? And I don't know if I'm going to be using it, right? But yeah, like here you also have like a very happy Newt, right? So this is interesting in terms of the emotions that you can play with. And of course you have this little guy, the Niffler. You got to be careful with them. Alright, so here is what I have right now. To be honest with you, I'm still trying to figure this out. As you probably saw, like in just like the sped up montage of me trying to fix everything together, right? It's a bit harder than what I thought, right? Definitely kind of scared to like break anything, right? But you do have to use a little force, but you still need to be cautious at the very same time, right? So I think in terms of my review, in terms of the way of assembling, I think it's a bit harder than expected, right? And it's something where, you know, you really got to play around with the pieces. My tip is that just realizing after, I think break it all apart at first, right, and then build it from scratch up. So I think that's gonna help. In terms of the way that you do use the stand, right, like this is just one way of doing it, right? This is not the proper way, right? I'm still trying to figure out on how to do that, right? But you can definitely like play around with it, right? If you want him going up, going down, whatever, it's still really cool, right? It's still a nice stand, it's effective, right? And I think overall, right, like in terms of the details that I noticed, there can be a little bit more, right? Especially when it comes to Picket, when it comes to the wand, right? In terms of the Niffler, I think it's pretty good, right? Like I think this is awesome, right, for the size, right? Because once again, 1/10 of scale, right, is not going to be exactly accurate, right? But it is supposed to get the most, right? And I really like the way that they did implement this. I think this overall is definitely worth the money that I spent, and I do recommend this. But let me know in the comments below for this video and the blog post about what your thoughts are. What are your thoughts about this figurine? Have you ever gotten a Medicom Mafex, right? Is that how you pronounce it? And please make sure you do like and share the video if you did enjoy it, or if you feel like this is going to be a benefit to someone. Also show your support by following on Instagram and Facebook at C.H.I.P Lifestyle. Of course, please subscribe to the channel. And until the next video, peace.